frontiers. They were trading goods because some goods were available in certain part of the continent. Okay, they were getting sold from certain part of the continent, taking it elsewhere. There were also a lot of minerals that were being traded at that time. Okay, precious stones, okay, gold, among others. Is that something that makes sense to you? And when I speak about culture, indeed, from that angle, architecture also traveled. Okay? Architectural styles traveled, but were also adapted to each specific context. So now, the map which is on your right-hand side, you know, this is also extremely important. Are you aware of the type of trade that was taking place in Africa, which had a very, very negative impact on the continent? Thank you. Thanks that you're aware of that. So, given that there was already a network set, when explorers from various countries, namely European countries, started entering our continent, they've seen the challenges and the opportunities. And like VC said it, they seized that opportunity on the spot. They've seen there are resources, including human resources that were forced into slaves, and they were taken to strategic locations to take them out of the continent. To take them where is the question. Anyone? I'm happy that the gentleman helping us with the live transmission is participating. Yes, to take to Europe, to the US. Yes. So this is also very key. It's the starting point to show how existing networks were being used to exploit resources of Africa. Here it was about not resources in terms of material sense, it was the human capital of Africa, our people, right? So I'll speed up just to move to the next part of my presentation. This is the last slide when it comes to the maps. Okay, I have others, but I will skip. It's exactly what we just said. Look at the connection to Europe. You have the tip of Spain up there. Then you have the complete west coast of Africa, central part of Africa, southern tip of the continent, and then along the east coast of the continent. All right? Can you name me few cities, because we are going to speak about cities, of course. Can you name me few cities that you know that were greatly influenced during the colonial time, colonial period? Anyone? Yes? Dar es Salaam, very good. Zanzibar, yes, indeed. Cape Town, excellent. On the west coast, anyone? The gentleman from Mali. Mali is not a city, it was an empire. Yeah, but fine. I'm talking about a city along the coastline, yes? Accra, yes. Which name was Gold Coast. Why Gold Coast? Just think. Okay, I want another city from the west coast. Dakar, Senegal. Who knows about Dakar here? Anyone knows about Dakar? Or you don't? You do? Yes? Okay. Which country is that? Vous êtes de là-bas? Okay, no problem. So yes, so let me now proceed. So the narrative that I'm building here is where we started, migrating, we as Africans, our ancestors, even though if I have an Indian look, I call Africans my ancestors, okay? So there was mobility, there was trade, and so on and so forth. Europeans came in during the colonial period, pre-colonial period and colonial period. They entered the continent. They maximized in a way to extract resources using the existing connectivities, infrastructure, adding new connectivities, okay, and transforming the continent that way. And what did they really transform were mainly what I would call the coastal Africa, okay? So now I go to the second part of my presentation. I know I'm taking a bit more time, but if I need to speed up, I will do it, but I think this is very important to set the scene, all right? Now, pre-colonial Africa and the city of the colonial powers themselves, okay? I will speak under the correction of architect Priscilla, who did quite some research works, so she will correct me where I'm wrong eventually. You know, this one, again, I'm sorry for the quality of the images that I will show on my screen. It's just perfect, clear. This is a central part of the continent. That's how the city of Luanda was before the arrival of the colonial powers. Who knows Luanda is the capital of which country? Very good. And Angola is known for which type of resources? Oil? Yes? What else? Anyone else? Gold. Okay. So you will make your research to understand what type of resources that country had. Now, someone talked about Zanzibar, but we had a very important part of the East Coast, which is the city of Kilwa. Who knows about Kilwa? You must know. Do we have Tanzanians here in this room? No? No Tanzanian? No one from Tanzania. Who amongst you got the opportunity to visit Tanzania? No one? One. Jerome. I think Jerome is going to be a very good architect, huh? Okay? But you need to get his contact details to do business with him because he's well aware of what has been happening historically and also geographically he has a good understanding. Now, you know what's this one, this city? I was talking about Mutapa, which is a southern African region empire where you have Zambia, Zimbabwe, and so on and so forth. That too was a very rich empire. So that was at the pre-colonial period, all right, just to show. Have you ever heard of identity? Do you get the point here? All right? Transform